Hello folks, this is a video response to Nick the Modern Mystic and his economic musings and lots of other things. And one of the points was where they're creating more government jobs, you see. And this is in America, but I mean they do it over here as well. And the fact that once you've got your government job, that seems like quite good, doesn't it? Keeps a wolf from the door, you've got a bit of dosh coming in, and you're thinking, cool, that's alright. But if them people what controls the government decides that they might want you to do something that you might think, oh, that's a bit questionable, isn't it? And I'm not saying that they might want you to do something like go clean the toilets, that you might go, oh, I don't want to do that. But I'm talking about sort of morally questionable things. But they basically, because they're all powerful, because they're controlling your source of finance, then you're a bit stuffed, aren't you? You either go along with it, or you say no, in which case you're out on your ear, aren't you? It's sort of like, oh, how'd you pay the bills? Exactly. And it's a bit like effectively putting you back into a feudal state, isn't it? Where everything is controlled by the people above, your so-called superiors. And the person right at the top, the king or whatever, emperor, whatever, they're the people below them are all beholden to them because they derive all their lands and whatever, and that is effectively through the people at the top. And then it trickles all the way down to the fact that you're dependent on, in a modern society, it might be the fact that you're dependent on working in your council job, or working in some office of something or other, of department of something or other, or whatever. And so if you the whole system is putting everybody back effectively into the employment of the state, which is basically what feudalism was. All the peasants was working for the local bigwig, and the local bigwig was working for his regional bigwigs, and the regional bigwigs was working for the king or the emperor or whoever the top bod was. So basically, they're by the use of money and manipulating the source through which you get that money, they're putting everybody back into a feudal state, isn't it? Because in the old days, sort of after America was independent, there was relatively small government, and people got off their rear ends, and if they wanted work, they had to get off their rear ends and do work, and generate wealth that way. And it's sort of kind of gone the other way now, isn't it? It's gone back to feudalism, and it's like the New World Order. Oh dear, mustn't say that, they don't exist. That's purely a conspiracy theory, just because every politician around the world seems to be banging on about a New World Order and a global currency, which doesn't exist. Oh no, we're in the mythical realms here. But why is it all concentrate back to the one? It's because it's control, isn't it? If you've got lots of different currencies and lots of different countries and lots of different businesses and all that sort of stuff, it's all lots of little independent at different levels, isn't it? Whereas if you implode the economy, you take away all the independent sort of jobs, i.e. jobs created by independent people, folks starting up companies and farmers and ranchers and whatever. If you take all that away, then you make all the people dependent on the source of the money, which is directly through the government or through big corporations, which is amounts to the same thing really, because the two do seem to be a little bit intertwined at the moment. Regulation. So, oh, sorry, I'm not sure if I can say that. Oh, do I have to look it up? Yeah, what are you allowed to say? What aren't you allowed to say? Freedom of speech. Oh, as long as you don't say this, as long as you don't say that. Freedom of travel, as long as you're doing it for the right reasons. You wouldn't want to be. No. Oh, okay. Yeah. Scan here. Yeah, total body scan, thank you very much. Yeah, freedom to travel, yeah. As long as we can track you everywhere. Yeah. Freedom to assemble, as long as it's in free speech zones. Yeah. Or as long as you got permission to do it. Oh yeah, well that's freedom, isn't it? Yeah. Now you've got lots of rights, well, maybe a few. Well, we're working on reducing them, because it gets a bit complicated. We can't have you having too many rights. I'm getting off on a bit more a rant here, but it's of course, he who pays the piper calls the tune, isn't it? An old bit of wisdom there. But if the government's paying the piper, government calls the tune, basically. Cut a long story short, and I won't go on. But anyway, that's just a little view. Some people call, of course, feudalism, the modern term of feudalism is called communism. It's sort of amounts to the same thing, really. Oh, sorry, I'm not allowed to mention isms. I'll get somebody who'll be an ismist or whatever, and they'll be going, you can't say that. It's the best thing since sliced bread. Yeah. Okay, whatever. They use all these isms and these ists to divide and rule, folks. So it's just another way of getting one lot of people that have a particular view on something to get all uppity about somebody else that has a different view with another group, and so on. It's just the way you're used and manipulated. So, babbling on, I'm still babbling on. Better go and do some work. Oh dear, have I got some? Anyway, better not tell, otherwise everybody will want some, won't they? Right,